Today we're at the Cowell Redwoods State Park. This is a park maybe like 10 miles north of Santa Cruz. Takes about 40 minutes to drive here from San Jose, and the parking is $10. The restrooms at this state park are mostly porta potties. There is an actual restroom, but it's not open in the morning. This is around 9 a.m.
This is so me, like my mom. She's gonna say like in tires, like, it took too long to start to do something, And she's like, forget this, forgot that. I wanna get this, wanna go that, go restroom.
Yeah, Claire's hands are cold, so we're trying to get some gloves in the car. See if we have the gloves in here. Let's see. Oh yeah, we got some gloves. Because Claire says it's kind of cold today. That's one big tree trunk.
Wow, this is probably like super old tree.
There are some really old trees here at Cowell Redwoods State Park. Like this tree here, which we don't know is how old because we don't have the information brochure. But it looks like this tree is really old.
Yeah, it's like tree.
Almost looks like a stone,
Yeah,
like a side of
rock.
a mountain or something, but it's a tree. See, you can get a closer look at the texture of the tree.
Wow.
It's like kind of almost petrified or something. Yeah, there's some like graffiti and stuff on the tree, but that's kind of expected. People will always be vandalizing things and doing stuff they're not supposed to be doing. And so the tree here, it looks like it's burnt or something. It has that like charcoaly shine to it, but we don't know if it's burnt or if that's just the way it grows when it's split in half.
Green stuff.
Yeah, so we're here at the Redwoods State Park, and it kind of reminds us of Oregon a little bit, but it's definitely I think it's better than Oregon because I'm not sure if we've seen such large trees like this in Oregon. So it's nice to check this place out. So the only reason we went here is because one of my coworkers at work, she recommended going to this place, so we're here today. I've actually never heard of it before my coworker mentioned it, so it's good that we checked it out.
Well, you heard the train?
Yeah, I think that there's a train track or something nearby. But you can kind of see here there used to be like a little creek or something here, but it's all dried out. California, as of July 2021, is undergoing kind of a severe drought, so a lot of our creeks and streams are dry. And here's the other side of the stream, which is also dried out. Yeah, some of the redwood trees here have this interesting like spider web type texture. There's like an even distribution of the spider webs along with some cracks in the trees. So it looks kind of interesting from far away. Yeah, this redwood is probably the biggest one we've seen so far, and it has like this nice looking spiral up the bark. If you can see, like the bark kind of spirals around, twists around itself. So this tree has like this huge kind of cave-like hole in there, and I told Claire to go in, but then she says it's kind of scary, so we'll kind of sneak in here and see what is in here. It's like a huge hole. I'm not really sure if the camera is picking this up. It's kind of dark in here, but it's a kind of a deep cave-like little hole inside this tree. And again, you can see the bark. It's kind of part of the tree is kind of petrified almost. There's a nice texture on it. Again, you can see like the texture on the bark of these trees is pretty incredible. The bark is kind of like a bunch of strings that are kind of like twisted around each other. So the bark seems like it's more, it pops out more than a lot of other trees that we're normally used to. So far we're really enjoying the Henry Cowell Redwoods State Park. It's kind of sad that a lot of the water's been dried out here. I think if there was, still water in California, there would be a lot more streams here that would be running. So it's kind of dry right now. But overall, it feels really nice here, and we're enjoying it so far.
Where's number 10? It's 11 already.
Yeah, not sure where number 10 is, but number 11 looks like this bulgy tree.
Spooky.
Yeah, it has a lot of like warts on it or something. Yeah, some of the warts that are popping out kind of look like little faces, or maybe like big poo-poos. So we finally found a little creek with some water in it. It's basically water that's not running, it's just kind of drying out. But basically this is the only hint of water that we've found in the park so far. So there's also like a train track that runs through the park, and you can see there's a train coming through. This one looks kind of like there's some passenger cars in the train. I'm not sure if there's anybody inside the train. Oh look, there's some people in the train. So maybe it's kind of like so now we've finished our loop around the park, and now we're back at the visitor center. And so we'll try to see if there's a different way to go. So we were walking on the river trail, and we finally are at the river, which actually has some water in it. So we're trying to go down into the river, or next to the river, to check it out. So we finally made it to the river, or whatever stream this is, and the water is super clear. It looks very serene here. The water is super clean and clear, and there's people kind of playing with the rocks here. It's a nice place to just stand and enjoy how clean, clear, and peaceful it is here. So we're making our way up out of the river back onto the trail. So this is another dried up little creek here next to the river. The other thing about being in these kinds of state parks is there's basically no cell phone signal.
Really?
Yeah, I don't have any cell phone signal on my phone.
Park. I have it. I have my phone signal.
Oh, okay. Well, mine's T-Mobile, and I don't have any cell phone signal. And Claire has cell phone signal, and she uses
Visible.
which one?
Visible. It's a new.
Visible. She uses Visible.
Uh-oh. It's not gone.
Oh, okay. Scratch that. Claire doesn't have cell phone signal either.
Normal. Over there, maybe?
Oh yeah, there's also a trail on the bridge on top, and we're headed towards this little tiny bridge across the river. So we're gonna probably try to cross it. So it's this little nice bridge right here. So there's a kind of like a small train railroad track here. Once again, most of the restrooms here are closed, so you'll have to use the porta potties that are kind of close to the restrooms.
Or two or something.
One of the nice things about this park is kind of seeing the sunlight break through all the trees, and so the sunlight is kind of sprinkled here and there, so it looks very atmospheric. So we're pretty much gonna leave the state park now. I don't know, I thought it was pretty nice to visit, especially if you're in the area, but probably not to drive here from a far distance to just check it out. What do you think?
Do I think? Yeah. Same.
Same again. Yeah, so we're probably gonna go try to find some food now. We spent probably about an hour and a half at the park here, and
we couldn't finish.
Yeah, we definitely
Finished
only
5%.
Yeah, we walked basically like 5 or maybe 10% of the park. There's still a lot that we missed. There's also another parking lot on the other side of the park, so maybe next time we'll try to go to the other parking lot and check out the other side of the park. But so far it's a pretty nice park. It's mostly just a bunch of trees and a river. There's no like real it's no like big waterfalls or anything that you'll find at Yosemite, for example. So yeah, it's just a nice little small park near San Jose and near Santa Cruz. So we're here at Ambrosia Indian Bistro. It's an Indian restaurant in Scotts Valley. It's a pretty well rated Indian restaurant here, so we're gonna check it out after our hiking at the Cowell State Park. It's a pretty big restaurant with 2 entrances, and it looks like some outdoor seating here maybe, but this might be seating for the pizza restaurant next door. Around the restaurant there's some nice views of a hill and some trees here. I think there's a Hilton right across the street. So after looking at the online menu, we decided to get the samosa, the tandoori platter, the garlic and basil naan, and the mixed seafood curry. I kind of like places with these unintentional mask storage places. So like this chair has a little nook here that I can just hang my mask on it. It's also really nice now that we're back in the US, we get water for free, because in Europe pretty much every time you get a jug of water like this, it costs like $3.
€3.
Yeah, €3, which is actually around like $3.50.
Yeah.
So it's nice to have free ice water again.
I want to know what it is.
Yeah, so we just finished the samosa avocado chat. It was very good. This is the assorted tandoori platter. Got the mixed seafood curry and the garlic basil naan. Okay, so we just finished our meal at the Ambrosia Indian restaurant in Scotts Valley, and the food was really good. I would personally recommend it for basically anybody who wants to eat some food in Scotts Valley, especially after hiking in the Cowell State Park. What do you think?
It was a very good meal. I super enjoyed. Love it. Oh,
Yeah.
I hate doing this.
Yeah, so I mean the meal was pretty expensive. It was like $61, which is
4 dishes though.
yeah, 4 dishes, but it's pretty expensive for a lunchtime meal. I'm super full, like painfully full right now, so $61 for a meal to get you super full, which is, I guess not that bad. But anyway, yeah, we enjoyed the meal, and that's it for today for us.